Hello, everyone. What if I told you that just 3 small bites before bed could help protect your vision, reduce that dry, gritty feeling when you wake up, and even help you sleep better? No pills, no expensive eye drops, just a handful of natural ingredients working together, like a 3-layer shield to support your eyes while you rest. Tonight, we're diving into a new combo that most people overlook, but science shows it may be exactly what your eyes need. Have you ever woken up and your eyes felt dry, maybe even stuck shut, or you needed a few minutes just to focus clearly on the numbers on your clock? That morning blur isn't just about getting older. It's often a sign that your eyes didn't get what they needed while you were sleeping. Think of it like charging your phone overnight, but the cable wasn't plugged in all the way. The morning comes and your battery is still low. Your eyes are the same. And the good news is you can fix it, starting tonight. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. William Thompson. I'm an ophthalmologist and senior nutrition specialist. And every week, I share natural, research-based ways to care for your eyes after 60. If that sounds helpful, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the upcoming tips. Last week, we talked about baked sweet potatoes with cinnamon and how that simple dish can help your eyes rebuild rhodopsin, the pigment that helps you see clearly at night. If you missed it, I'll link it in the corner of your screen and in the description below. But tonight's recipe is even easier. No cooking required. Just 3 natural foods eaten together before bed that support each other like a well-built team. One improves circulation to your eyes, one shields your cells from damage, and one restores the moisture and structure your vision depends on. And yes, all of this is backed by real research. I've included all the studies in the description below if you want to learn more. Ready to see how it works? Let's start with the one that gets everything moving, and it might surprise you. You've probably had it before, but tonight you'll learn why it may be the key to helping all the other nutrients actually reach your eyes. Let's talk about prunes. Tip 1. Prunes, the road opener that helps nutrients reach your eyes. If I asked you to name a fruit that helps your vision, I bet you wouldn't say prunes. They're usually thought of as a gentle digestive snack, something your grandmother might have offered after dinner. But what if I told you that prunes might be one of the most important foods for your night vision? Not because they're packed with eye nutrients, although they are, but because they do something even more foundational. They improve circulation, helping the nutrients you eat actually reach the part of your eye that needs them most, the retina. Here's why that matters. Every night while you sleep, your eyes go through an essential repair process. Your retina, the thin, light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye, depends on a dense network of microscopic capillaries to bring in oxygen, antioxidants, and nutrients like lutein and vitamin A. But as we age, this microcirculation naturally slows down. In people over 60, especially those with high blood pressure or diabetes, the capillaries may stiffen or narrow, reducing blood flow. And even if you're eating the right nutrients, they may never reach your retinal cells. It's like having a truck full of supplies stuck at a closed gate. Prunes help open that gate. They're among the richest fruit sources of vitamin K, a nutrient that strengthens the walls of small blood vessels and keeps them flexible. According to the Grand Oaks Senior Blog 2021, vitamin K helps reduce the risk of microbleeding in the retina and supports capillary health in older adults. Prunes also provide potassium, which plays a key role in regulating fluid pressure inside the eye. That's especially helpful at night when intraocular pressure can rise slightly during sleep, increasing the risk of puffiness or morning blur. And here's the part most people miss. Prunes contain lutein and zeaxanthin, the same antioxidants found in leafy greens. These carotenoids settle in the macula and act as internal sunglasses, filtering harmful light and supporting low-light vision. So prunes don't just open the road, they bring valuable passengers along for the ride. Let me tell you about Harold, a 74-year-old patient of mine. He didn't have major eye disease, but he told me that every morning he felt like his vision had to boot up. "Doc, it's like my eyes need a few minutes to wake up. I keep blinking to clear the fog." He wasn't taking any new medications, and his vision was stable. So we added a simple nighttime ritual, 2 prunes with a handful of almonds, 45 minutes before bed. 3 weeks later, he smiled and said, "I don't rub my eyes in the morning anymore. I wake up and everything just feels clearer." That's not magic. It's physiology finally working the way it should. If you want to try this yourself, look for unsweetened, unsulfured prunes. Eat 1 to 2 pieces after dinner or about an hour before bed. You can chew them slowly on their own or chop them into plain Greek yogurt for a creamy bedtime snack. Because they're high in fiber and a low glycemic index, prunes also help stabilize blood sugar overnight, which matters more than people realize. Blood sugar swings can temporarily change the shape of your eye's lens, causing early morning blur. So now you've cleared the road. Your eyes are receiving nutrients more efficiently during the night, but that's only the first layer. Next, we need to protect those nutrients from oxidative stress, the kind that silently wears down your retina while you sleep. And for that, we turn to something simple, crunchy, and deeply healing. Let's talk about almonds. Tip 2, almonds. The antioxidant shield that lets your eyes rest. So now that circulation is flowing, thanks to prunes, and nutrients are arriving at your retina, there's another problem we need to address. How do we protect those fragile retinal cells while they're working overnight? You see, your retina isn't resting just because you are. Even while you sleep, your eyes remain metabolically active. They're rebuilding photoreceptor cells, processing light signals, and regulating pigment levels, like rhodopsin. All that repair activity produces a byproduct, oxidative stress, a natural consequence of high cellular activity and oxygen use. And if oxidative stress goes unchecked, it can damage the fatty membranes of the eye, weaken blood vessels, and accelerate age-related degeneration. This is where almonds step in as your eye's natural defense shield. Almonds are one of nature's most concentrated sources of vitamin E, a fat, soluble antioxidant that's especially suited for eye protection. Why fat soluble? Because the outer membrane of your retinal cells, particularly the rods and cones responsible for light detection, is made largely of fat. That means vitamin E doesn't just float around randomly, it goes where it's needed most, embedding itself in cell walls to shield them from oxidative damage. According to the Grand Oaks Senior Blog 2021, diets rich in vitamin E, especially from nuts like almonds, have been associated with a slower rate of macular degeneration and better retinal stability in older adults. Even better, just one small handful of almonds, about 28 grams, delivers over 50% of your daily vitamin E requirement. It's powerful, efficient, and incredibly easy to integrate into your evening ritual. But almonds don't stop at antioxidant protection. They also support your sleep, and that's critical because your eyes do most of their repair and rebalancing when you're in deep sleep. Almonds naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain it's time to rest. This tiny addition to your nighttime snack may help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, especially when paired with other sleep-supporting nutrients. On top of that, almonds are rich in magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that quietly support the optic nerve and tear gland function. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system, reducing background tension that can keep your eyes strained even after sunset. Zinc, meanwhile, plays a role in the transport of vitamin A, crucial for night vision. Combined, these minerals make almonds a triple win. They protect, relax, and restore. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Linda, 68, retired librarian, night reader, and occasional crossword addict. She came to me with 2 complaints. Her eyes felt sore and dry every morning, and she avoided driving at night because headlight glare blurred her entire field of vision. She wasn't taking any medication, and her eye pressure was stable. So we looked at her diet. Like many people, she had cut out evening snacks to avoid weight gain. I asked her to try something simple, 6 almonds every night, about 30 minutes before bed. She could eat them plain or toss them in a small bowl of plain yogurt with sliced kiwi for added vitamin C. 3 weeks later, she came in smiling. My eyes aren't scratchy in the morning anymore. I don't need artificial tears. And last night, I drove back from book club, and I saw the road signs clearly without squinting. That kind of result isn't magic. It's biology supported at the right time. So if you're someone who wakes up with tired, dry, or blurry eyes, a few almonds at the right hour might do far more than you expect. To get the most benefit, choose unsalted, unroasted almonds, about 5 to 7 per evening. If digestion is an issue, you can soak them in warm water a few hours beforehand. Try eating them 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, ideally paired with a hydrating fruit like prune or kiwi to balance the texture and improve absorption. And remember, don't pair them with overly salty foods or with black tea or caffeine, which can offset their calming effect. With almonds in place, you've now added the second layer of protection to your nighttime eye care plan. First, prunes open the roads, improving circulation. Now, almonds shield the path, preventing oxidative damage and helping your retina sleep as well as you do. But there's one more piece we haven't added yet, because even with open pathways and protected cells, your eyes need one last thing to fully recover: a building block, something that replenishes the tear film, restores cell membranes, and locks in hydration all night long. Let's complete the trio with walnuts. Tip 3, walnuts, restoring moisture and structure while you sleep. By now, the foundation is in place. The roads are open thanks to prunes. The retinal cells are shielded thanks to almonds. But protection is not enough. Every night, your eyes quietly begin the process of renewal. They absorb, adjust, and gradually reconstruct the tissues that help you wake up to clear vision. Tiny structures like tear glands, retinal membranes, and nerve endings go through quiet but essential repair. And for that process to succeed, your body needs the right raw material, especially healthy fat. That's where walnuts come in. Most people think of walnuts as a heart-healthy food, and they are, but they're also one of the most eye-supportive nuts you can eat, especially if dry, gritty eyes or blurred vision are part of your morning routine. Walnuts are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha, linolenic acid, ALA. This type of fat is a key building block for cell membranes, which form the outer lining of your photoreceptor cells, the ones that capture light inside the retina. As we age, those membranes become thinner, less efficient, and more prone to damage. That's one reason why people over 60 may notice increased dryness, slower focus, or more sensitivity to light, especially after sleep. According to the Grand Oaks Senior Blog 2021, diets rich in omega-3s, like ALA, can reduce inflammation in the retina, protect the optic nerve, and even slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, AMD. But that's not all walnuts do. They also play a role in hydrating the eye from within. How? Dry eye isn't just a surface problem. It often reflects underlying inflammation in the tear glands and the tissues that regulate blinking and moisture balance. Omega-3s, like those found in walnuts, help modulate that inflammation and support natural tear production, making them an effective dietary ally for anyone struggling with dry or tired eyes. In fact, some ophthalmology practices now recommend omega-3 supplementation as a first step in treating mild dry eye. But why take a capsule when a few walnut halves can do the job with added fiber and flavor? There's another reason I often suggest walnuts in the evening, and it has nothing to do with fat. Walnuts are a natural source of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest. According to Kaiser Permanente 2092, walnuts contain one of the highest melatonin concentrations among whole foods, making them a natural, gentle way to prepare for deeper, uninterrupted sleep. And as you've heard me say before, when sleep is deeper, your eyes repair better. That's not speculation. It's been confirmed by researchers at Northwestern Medicine 2022 who found that consistent sleep depth improves intraocular pressure regulation and enhances nighttime nerve regeneration. So, when you eat walnuts before bed, you're not just nourishing your body, you're giving your eyes the signal, the structure, and the calm they need to restore themselves overnight. One of my favorite examples comes from a patient named Mr. Alvarez, 71 years old, retired postal worker, very active during the day, but constantly battling dry eyes. He tried over-the-counter drops, a humidifier by the bed, even warm compresses, all with limited results. We made one change. I asked him to eat 3 walnut halves, along with a small prune and his usual cup of chamomile tea, about an hour before bed. After just 2 weeks, he came in and said, "I haven't reached for my eye drops in days, and weirdly, I'm sleeping through the night now, not waking up at 3 a.m. to toss and turn." Nothing else had changed, just one small addition at the right time of day. That's the power of food, given with intention. So, if you'd like to try walnuts as part of your nightly routine, keep it simple. 2 to 4 halves is enough. Choose unsalted raw walnuts if possible. If the taste is too bold, try mixing them with a spoon of plain yogurt or pair with banana slices and cinnamon. Just don't eat them too close to sleep. 30 to 60 minutes before bed gives your body time to digest and start the repair process. With that, you now have the third layer of your evening eye care system. Circulation opened by prunes, protection delivered by almonds, and restoration, hydration, and structure from walnuts. These 3 foods don't just linger in your system. They interact, they cooperate, they become a nightly team working on your behalf. They work together to help your eyes do what they were built to do: see clearly, comfortably, and without pain, even after a long night's rest. The evening ritual that feeds your eyes while you sleep. By now, you've seen how 3 simple foods, prunes, almonds, and walnuts, each play a different role in supporting your eyes. But here's the real secret: they're not meant to work alone. Think of them like a relay team. Prunes open the road, allowing nutrients to travel deep into your retina through healthy circulation. Almonds step in next, shielding those sensitive retinal cells from oxidative stress while helping your nervous system prepare for sleep. And finally, walnuts take the baton, bringing in the essential fats and natural melatonin. Your eyes need to rebuild, hydrate, and rest. This is more than a snack. It's a system, a way to work with your body, not against it, at the exact time your eyes are doing their most important repair work while you sleep. How to put it all together in less than 3 minutes. Here's the ritual I recommend. 2 prunes, unsweetened. 5 to 7 almonds, raw or lightly roasted. 2 to 3 walnut halves. Plain eat these about 45 to 60 minutes before bed, after dinner, during a quiet moment, perhaps with a cup of chamomile tea. You don't need to mix them. Just lay them out in a small dish, savor each one slowly, and let this simple act mark the end of your day. It's not just about feeding your body. It's about telling your eyes, now you can rest, why this ritual works better together than in parts. Each of these ingredients has benefits on its own, but when combined, their effects become interconnected and amplified. Prunes improve circulation, which helps the antioxidants from almonds reach deeper into the retinal layers. Almonds provide vitamin E and magnesium, which protect and relax the eye's tissues. Walnuts bring in omega-3s, which help rebuild those tissues and maintain moisture overnight. In biology, we call this synergy. In practice, it means you wake up feeling the difference. Sharper vision, calmer eyes, better sleep. Want variety? Here's a flexible option. If you've already used prunes or almonds in your routine, or you simply want to rotate flavors, here's a second version. A little sweeter, still powerful. 4 almonds, 1 medjool date, a natural source of melatonin. 1 nosh or 2, a kiwi, sliced thin or eaten whole. The date supports deep sleep, the kiwi adds hydration and vitamin C, and the almonds stay as your vitamin E shield. You can alternate between this version and the walnut prune combo across the week. No pressure to repeat the same thing every night. What matters is not perfection, it's the quiet rhythm of consistency. What happens if you do this for a week? From what I've seen and from what research supports, here's what you may notice. You blink less in the morning to clear your vision. That grainy, dry eye feeling fades.